What's going on, guys? This is Revolution Ricky. I'm back doing another ranking video. I figured I'd go ahead and it's a Saturday and it had nothing to do around the house. My house is clean, so I figured I'd come on and do another ranking video. This one by a band that I really, really love. This it's not Judas Priest or Dio, but they're one of my top three bands. Um, Got the shirt right here. I'm going to be ranking the Queen albums. I'm only going to do the ones that were with Freddie Mercury. Uh, I'm not going to do live albums or compilations, except for maybe one. Uh, I have a couple Queen albums on vinyl, which I will show off during the ranking, but I'm going to go ahead and show off this one. And it's a compilation album. Of course, the compilation album is. Gotta get this little thing out of here. I'll get that out. I got the Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack. Also have this on picture disc. I don't know where I put it, but I have it on picture disc somewhere around my house, and I really love this. This is I think it's a Record Store Day exclusive, or my wife got it. I can't remember. I just put the hype sticker on there just in case. Either she got it for me for Valentine's Day one year when the Bohemian Rhapsody movie was being released on DVD, and she bought this for me. So it's got all the classic Queen stuff and the Live Aid, which I wish they would have included all of Live Aid on this, but they didn't. So, and I show off my the albums that Freddie Mercury did with Queen. You know, we all miss him. I miss him. I'll explain later in the video how much his music has influenced me. So we're going to start off with number 15, and this is no surprise. This is just my ranking. You know, it's my personal ranking. You have yours. He it's my personal ranking. So start off with number 15, and this is going to be no surprise. Hot Space. Yikes. I mean, this is a mess. I mean, Backtrack, Body Language, Under Pressure, was the famous one. Life is Real, dedicated to John Lennon. Las Perlatas del Amor. I guess I said that right. But it's a 2 CD set. This all come from a box set of Queen that I've have. It's just this album is horrible. I can't even get into it to save my life. But coming in at number 15 is Hot Space, and I actually got something from that era, which I picked up at Record Store Day last year. Cool Cat. I have not even opened this yet. I've been wanting, I'm a, I like to get Queen's 45s. In fact, I was going to add the single Kind of Magic, but I can't find it anywhere in my house, so I don't really know where that's at. So this is the only one for now that I got. Um, it's on pink vinyl. So coming in at number 15, Hot Space, which would be no surprise. I mean, that I can't stand that album. Coming in at number 14. Now, this one's going to cause a lot of controversy, but that's okay. Jazz. You know, it's got Mustafar, Fat Bottom Girls, Bicycle Race. It's got all the Plastic Queen out. They were just going through the things. It's got Don't Stop Me, Don't Stop Me Now, which was probably the 3 hits on this album. It's a good album. I like it better than I do Hot Space. Of course, every band's supposed to have a bad day. I mean, Kiss did it with Music from the Elder. And 14, Jazz. Number 13. This is probably going to cause a lot of controversy, but oh well. The Game. They were getting into a funk-ish type feel with their music. You know, they were doing, Play the Game. Of course, the big hit, another one, Bites the Dust. Save Me. And, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, which was a kind of, is that rockabilly type feel in that song. It's a very good song. It's got Dragon Attack and stuff like that. And I like it better than I did the last 2 albums. I mean, these are just my own rankings, and it's a 2001 remaster, which has another CD, and it's a very good album. So coming in at number 13, The Game. Number 12, The Miracle. Really like this one. I like the song I Want It All, and I like the song Breakthrough and Scandal and The Invisible Man. They're pretty good songs. I just don't cater to this album very much. It they were not touring. At the time, no one knew the reason why, but the band knew, because of Freddie's health, and we all know what happened. So, coming in at number 12 is The Miracle. Number 11, The Works. It's got the song Radio Gaga, which Lady Gaga took her name from that song. It's a Hard Life. I Want to Break Free, which is the funniest video I've ever seen. They're all dressed in drag. You see Freddie using the vacuum cleaner. Hammer to Fall. Is This the World We Created? It is a good track. And the bonus EP, it has Thank God It's Christmas. I guess they were doing a Christmas single. So, to release during Christmas time. And, I like it. Has a lot of good songs on here. And, Hammer to Fall is a good hard rock song. Queen would do ballads, do hard rock, do anything to keep going as far as their growing as musicians. And it, if you ever seen the Concert of Life, Gary Cherone from Extreme does a great rendition of Hammer to Fall. So coming in at number what is it? 11 works. Number 10. Also got this on vinyl, and I'll show off that in a minute. The Flash Gordon soundtrack. I saw Flash Gordon in the movie theaters when I was younger, and the first Queen single I ever bought was the theme for Flash Gordon. Loved the movie. It's kind of a rock space opera type feel to it, which makes it even better. A lot of people pan that movie. I love it. You know, Alex Ross, who is a world famous comic book artist, he loves the movie and he loves the music of Queen. Did some artwork for one of the anniversary editions of the movie, and about 8 or 9 years ago, I had met Sam J. Jones, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll go ahead and put this down, and I'll show you the vinyl that I got. The vinyl record that I have is autographed by Sam J. Jones. I really like it. It's an old pressing. It first came out from Elektra Records, but I had Sam J. Jones autograph it, and I had taken it out of the frame, or it fell off my wall. But I hardly ever play albums unless I really want to. But I'm going to put this back in the frame, and Sam J. Jones autographed it. He's a cool guy. I told everybody I was going to meet the savior of the universe, and they didn't know who that was. So Sam J. Jones was very cool, and I met him, and I got my picture of me and him years ago, and he's a real cool guy. So if you ever meet him, have him autograph one of those albums or the CD to the Flash Gordon soundtrack. I mean, he's done other things, like he's done the movies Ted 1 and Ted 2. He has done, I think he was actually the first actor to even play the Spirit from Will Eisner. I guess that was the creator of the Spirit. Was the first actor to play him before the movie came out years ago in the movie theaters in the early 2000s. I had seen it. It's okay. But anyway, coming in at number 10 is the Flash Gordon soundtrack. Number 9, Sheer Heart Attack. Love it. Love Brighton Rocks. Killer Queen is a good, funny track. Now I'm Here is a good one. I like that one. Stone Cold Crazy is good. In the Lap of the Gods Revisited is good. It has a lot of great tracks on here. They were starting to get into their own, and later albums will tell you what they were doing. Anyway, but this is my pick for number 9, Sheer Heart Attack. Number 8. If my mom was here, she'd probably thump me in the head, but number 8, A Kind of Magic. Love this album. My mother loves the song Princes of the Universe. Has great songs on here. You know, One Vision, A Kind of Magic, which I do have on. I had bought that when I was like maybe 16 years old. It was actually the second Queen single I ever bought. And I don't remember where it's at. That was the only one I had, because I like the song A Kind of Magic, but I like One Vision, A Kind of Magic, One Year of Love, Friends Will Be Friends, Who Wants to Live Forever is a great track. Princess of the Universe, Give Me the Prize is actually the B-side to A Kind of Magic here, and that's a good song. But you know, I love it. It's a good. This is a good album, and my mother loved the show Highlander. She loved the movies Highlander and Highlander 2. She probably thumped me in the head because I got this around number 8. So, number 8, A Kind of Magic. Number 7. I was debating on whether this was going to be 7 or 6 because I really don't know any songs of this except one. And it's the whole album's good, but Queen 2. It's got White Queen, Org Battle, Nevermore, March of the Black Queen, Funny How Love Is, and Seven Seas of Rye, which is a good piano intro. I really like this one. It's just, not for me, but it's a good album, and I always like that feel that they had right here. They've done that in a music video, which I'll explain later. But anyway, coming in at number 7, lucky number 7, Queen 2. Number 6, probably there a lot of team football, baseball, basketball teams really use 2 songs on here. Number 6, News of the World. Love the album. Has We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, Sheer Heart Attack. Sheer Heart Attack is probably dedicated to Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols because they thought he was a moron. And, a lot of football and baseball teams, and whatever sporting event you go to, they'll play the songs We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions, especially if they win a championship. But it's got all the great songs on here. It's got My Melancholy Blues, Get Down, Make Love, All Dead, All Dead. But it's a very good album, and I really like it. So coming in at number 6, News of the World. Number 5, the debut album by Queen, the first one. I love the song Keep Yourself Alive, The Great Queen Rat, Liar is a good track. Seven Seas of Rye is a good one. I like the Keep Yourself Alive song. It's a good song. It shows how early or how their influence was. So coming in at number 5, Queen's debut. Number 4 is the final Queen album that Freddie Mercury did. Back in the 90s, when I heard about Queen doing another album that Freddie recorded till he couldn't really record anymore because of his health, he was deteriorating really fast. So for me, I love this album. It's a good album. It's my top 4. The final Queen album, Made in Heaven. I love the songs Let Me Live and Mother Love. When he hits that note, it's just breathtaking when he does that, because you can really hear the pain in his voice, what he was going through in this. And there's Too Much Love Will Kill You, You Don't Fool Me, A Winter's Tale, Heaven for Everyone is a good track. They just really went in and like I said, he stayed until he couldn't record anymore. Basically, he was getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and it's a good Queen album. I like it a lot. So coming in at number 4, Made in Heaven. Number 3. This one was probably done. Name of a movie. Number 3, A Day at the Races. I love the song "Tie Your Mother Down." I love the song "Somebody to Love." I love the song "Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy." It's a very good Queen album. Kind of, the Marx Brothers. They were going for that theme because they were Marx Brothers fans. So, number 3. This is my third pick. Love it. Love the artwork. A Day at the Races. Number 2. This is going to probably make some people mad because this is my number 2 pick. I debated it, but finally, this is my number 2. And I got this on vinyl too, which I'll show in a minute. A Night at the Opera. Love A Night at the Opera. Death on Two Legs is a good song. Lazy on a Sunday Afternoon is funny. I'm in Love with My Car is a great song. You're My Best Friend. Seaside Rendezvous. The Prophet Song. Love of My Life. And of course, Bohemian Rhapsody. Actually, got it here on vinyl. This is a reissue from Hollywood Records. I don't have no original albums except for that Flash Gordon soundtrack I showed you. When I was in my 20s, when I heard Freddie died, I loved the song Bohemian Rhapsody. I was hoping that Queen would do a tour of America so I can go see him live, because I really loved that song. So when I found out that he had passed away, they reissued the Bohemian Rhapsody song, and I've always wanted this on vinyl, and I got it. Of course, one of the new record players that I have would stop midway. It's one of those Crosleys, which had the CD and cassette player in it. Kind of looks like that old radio. But number 2 is A Night at the Opera. My number 1 pick. This is my personal choice. I love this album. It's a great album. They really, for me, with this one, years ago, my mother bought a new house and she didn't have a lot of money. And she asked me what I wanted for Christmas one year. I said, well, I'd like to have Eddie and the Cruisers 2 on the video cassette because they were selling it relatively cheap, like for $8. And they were selling the cassette of this one for like 10. So I think she spent like maybe $20 on me for Christmas because she couldn't afford it to get anything for me for Christmas that much. So that was what she got me. My number 1 pick, Innuendo. I love this album. It really hit home for me. I played it every day. In fact, I listened to Bohemian Rhapsody every day for a year and never got bored of it. And my sister and my aunts and the people I was living with would testify to this because I was listening to it every day for a year. Love the album. It's my favorite Queen album of all time. It has the title track Innuendo. I'm Going Slightly Mad, which is probably one of my theme songs. My wife would tell me that that's your theme song because of the lyrical content to the song, because I don't want to get flagged for copyright, but if you listen to the song, I really like Headlong. I Can't Live With You is a good track. All God's People is good. These Are the Days of Our Lives. I actually dedicated that song to my family members at my wedding who have passed on. And I played it at my wedding here in Alabama, where I'm from. See, it's a long story, and I'll get into it. I'll just make it short. We had two weddings, one in Utah for her family, which was the official, and one for my family here, which was more or less a wedding reception. But we said our vows here too. So I said I was going to play one song. I was thinking of a Queen song, but I didn't know what one to play. I didn't know if it was Let Me Live or These Are the Days of Our Lives. And These Are the Days of Our Lives won. It was a good choice because I had lost my grandmother that year. And over the past, from 2006 to 2009, I lost about maybe 6 family members. My Aunt Nora had passed away. My Uncle Albert had passed away in 2006. My Uncle Stan passed away in 2006. And my grandmother had passed away in 2011. And then my mother had passed away in 2013. She had cancer, and she was cancer-free for 12 years, and then it came back, and only this time it was in the lung. So that song really hits home for me. These Are the Days of Our Lives. And of course, Delilah, the Hitman, and The Show Must Go On is just, when you listen to this album, you can hear the pain in Freddie's voice and how how sick he was. And, a lot of musical artists from Beyonce and all them complain about, oh, I got these producers, I gotta write these songs. Get real. Freddie Mercury was dying, and he did this one. And he only had one producer and songwriters. That was his band. You can't think of a song to write? Just make it rhyme. Come on. So, coming in at number 1, Innuendo. Well, that's it, guys. That's all the Queen albums I got. Like I said, I'm omitting live albums and compilations except for that Bohemian Rhapsody one. So, this is Revolution Ricky. Keep spinning that vinyl. Keep spinning those CDs. Y'all take care and peace.